Okay, you're live.
Okay, so we'd like to welcome you to Fabric Chicks live on Monday, August 21st. We have quite a bit to cover today, like always, but except for we don't know what, because we've been crazy busy with a class this morning, and then we had a class this morning, and then we've had customers all day, even though we're closed. So we're totally unprepared, but you're used to that. So we're going to wing it like usual. So welcome everybody who joined us. Hi, Carolyn and Kathleen and Anita and Mo and Peggy and Victor and Christy. Mo, I need to send you some new diamond art to do. So welcome everybody. Today we kind of have I'm not even going to say a half-ass, but demo, except for there's one thing that we've demoed before that I think you guys all need to be reminded of. So we're not going to do the binding on the bias because I did not get it ready. But just to show you what you do need, so binding on the bias is going to give you this stretch. And we will, this week we have Peggy coming. Peggy Cato's coming and she's going to be demoing a bunch of stuff. So we're going to do little tidbits of videos. So make sure you tune in. Set your Facebook to give you the alarms, because as Peggy's sewing samples for the shop, we're going to be doing tutorials. So Thursday through Sunday, we'll be doing different stuff, but we'll be going live. So even though you're not able to come in and do the retreat yourself, you can still learn something throughout the week. So the bias gives you, if you cut the binding on the bias, which is not on the grain, it will have a little bit of bend. And so we need this for when we do the doggy, the dish mat for the dogs, so that you can do these curves and the inside corners. So we're going to show you that later this week. To be continued. But the best demo for today is, hey, Phyllis, I'm glad you're with us. I can't wait for Thursday. Well, Wednesday you'll be here, but Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. It's so exciting. It's like a party, and Roger's going out of town, so I'm super excited. So we can have girls weekend all week. So what I know you're all wondering what you need press and seal for, but press and seal is a great cheap way to transfer your designs so that you can do your hand embroidery. So what I did is I basically took a piece, because Karen was making my samples for the potion plushies. So these are cute little pillows made out of the Halloween fabrics. They've got little ghosts on them. And so she's supposed to embroider ghostly screams on it. And so if you write on your press and seal the ghostly, and then just put it on there, it will adhere to your fabric. And you can just do your chain stitch or your embroidery stitch, your back stitch, whatever kind of stitch you prefer. You can do that right over the press and seal. And then when you're done, you just pick it off and it just comes right off. So that is your tip of the day. That is the most important tip you'll ever learn if you do hand embroidery. So we're working on that new sample. And then we have, let's see, okay, you girls have any questions? Or are you just here for I know you're really here for the auction items and what's new and freebies. So get yourself some press and seal. That's my advice of the day. That's your tips and tricks demo. I know it was really intense, but we've got a lot coming the rest of the week. I do have a few more of these if anybody needs them. This one is an Army one. These are free. Just type in if you want one. Department of the Army, United States of America. So we have one of those. This one is Army also. Don't ask about the Marine Corps because Roger's already hijacked those. We have an Air Force one. I have one Air Force one and another Army one. So if you want those, just let me know and we'll get those into your baskets. So those freebies there. Press and sew works great with wool embroidery also. I know, Peggy, what I learned it with was when I was doing wool embroidery. But this one, anytime you need to transfer your design and it's dark fabric or whatnot, you can just trace. I just wrote on here with my Sharpie marker, and then I'm just going to embroider it right here. Although Karen did say for me to save it so she could embroider it, but I think I can just whip that out tonight and then sew those up. She's already done all the work. So all I got to do is stitch around it. And then when she comes back from being gone for a week, because she took another vacation, I'll be able to say, oh, look what I did while you were gone, even though she really did most of the work. You know how that goes. Victor, I know we're going to be partying all. Tina worked for the Department of Army in West Germany. Wow. Well, thank you for your service, Tina. We will be partying all week. We have a mini retreat at the shop. So if you didn't sign up, you're going to be really sad you didn't sign up, because we're going to get a lot of stuff done. We're going to be able to stay super focused and not spend our whole day drinking. You are welcome, Carolyn. This is like the cheapest, best tip you're ever going to hear. We did just get these in. So we have the 3 wine carrier totes. So this is flip and stitch, just like I showed you with the pet mat. So it tells you exactly how much, what sizes to cut your fabric. You lay the first one down on the printed design. So you would like lay number 16, but number 1 down first. And then you just sew the next ones to it until you're done. Super fun and easy. These, so S1401 is for the wine totes. It makes $14 and it makes 3 wine totes. Peggy will be doing a demo on this throughout the week. So even if you don't catch us live, because it will be sporadic, just depending on when we feel like it, you will be able to go back and rewatch it. And then she's also going to be demoing. She's going to be so busy. She's going to also be demoing the Mondo bag. So this is a pre-printed interfacing that tells you what to sew. S1491. Simple technique, great bag, squares on fusible interfacing, sew up fast. Instructions match effortlessly. Intersections match effortlessly. S1491 is $23 for the Mondo bag. And then we did just get in. So this is the dog one that we showed you the demo. So if you didn't see the flip and stitch demo and you don't want to wait until this weekend to see it, you can always go back and rewatch any of our YouTube. YouTube's the easiest to find exactly what you want, because you can type in the search bar for flip and stitch or something, and supposedly it's going to come up. So that's that. But this one's a brand new one. So excited for you cat lovers. S1371. S1371 is the kitty cat fishbowl. Connie says she's made 3 of the mug rugs. Oh, good for you. I do not, Mo, but I can get it. I can totally get the smaller one. Peggy, Christy's the lightweight for sure. In this group, Christy is definitely the lightweight. Okay, let's see. Who gets drunk first? We're all professional drunks, so you'll never know that we're drunk, okay? And we'll get so much done. Okay, so I do have a few giveaways. We have some auction items, but I do want to show you. I've got to turn on this because I'm really hot. Thank God for Connie, who sent me my personal fan. I want to just show you. I made a quilt top about 20 years ago, and I kind of did it in the colors of our whorehouse bedroom. Our house, actually, the gal who custom decorated it, researched Virginia City whorehouses. So it was like the flocked wallpaper, gold on gold on gold, kind of like very interesting. No, it was very formal, very beautiful. Roger loved it. It was the same wallpaper he had at his house when he was 5 years old. So he really loved it, brought back memories for him. But so I picked this quilt's colors so that it would match the bedroom, but 20 years ago. We've since ripped down the wallpaper, and but so I had this quilt top. I didn't love it. It's an Eleanor Peace Bailey pattern, her very first quilt pattern that she did when she first entered into the quilting world. So I've had this quilt top sitting upstairs forever. I haven't quilted it. Christy said that we were going to, she was going to get some quilt tops finished that she's been kind of putting off. So I took that as a personal challenge. So I have finished this. It started out with me I just loaded it on the long arm, started quilting. I still didn't love it. I couldn't understand why I was doing it. So I got sidetracked, started doing something else. I tripped over a bin of Eleanor's embellishments and trims and things. So I just picked out a few, started adding them on. Then I got carried away. And so you can kind of see at the top, I didn't really do too much. And by the bottom, there's a lot. So a lot of them are Eleanor's personal trims out of her stash. A lot of them are fun trims that she bought from Fabric Chicks over the years. So I had to include those. So Roger's going to turn around and we are, oh my gosh, 34 Mike's Hard Lemonades. Wow, you go, Victor. Okay, so, Connie, that's not very nice. She says, as for staying focused and getting stuff done, she'll believe it when she sees it. Oh, you're gonna be so amazed. So Eleanor made me trip over the bin, probably. So here is the quilt, and I literally, can you get very much of it? You might have to come over here. Here, I can unhook you. I'll do it for right now. I'm gonna do it so that I can get it all in there. So here's the quilt. It's called the Victorian Fantasy Quilt. And you can see, I'm gonna do some close-ups, but it's a large quilt. Took me forever to quilt it. Oh, you go, Victor. He quilted 2 charity quilts today. Good job. So you can see here, the cheap, crappy stuff that I started with. That's probably like lace. I don't really know, but I've had it forever. But that was already on the quilt, and like this was already on the quilt. But then everything else, you can kind of see over the last 20 years how we've kind of developed and changed. And this here was hand done. It was actually on a thank you note somebody sent me, which is crazy. Even when I got it, I thought it was crazy because I wasn't really sure what the lady was thanking me for. I couldn't remember what I had done for her, but obviously she spent a lot of time on that. But then here's, these were cell phone bags that Eleanor made for me when I first opened my shop. And so I cut them apart and put them onto the quilt. So I've got some of her original drawings on there. And then she also made a cell phone bag because it was with that easy, like the same stuff the Mondo bag was out of. So she made me one with Devin and Gracie. So that was them when we first opened the shop. And then here, these are trims here that we have had on the lives recently. So you can see a lot of them. This here is from Phyllis. This was Phyllis's find at the thrift store. I had to add that on. So lots of fun little memories. So the longer you quilt, the more you don't really have a need to do another 3 1-yard quilt because you have lots of quilts, but maybe it's time to kind of keep in the back of your mind doing more creative things that have significance to you. So this is kind of fun. I'm actually kind of loving it now that it is, now that it's done. But literally, if you know anything about long arming, when you long arm, you can only see those first 3 blocks. So as I started adding stuff, I had no idea what it was going to look like or how it would flow onto the other blocks. So it was kind of like creating in the dark because I just started, as I was long arming, I was just sewing stuff on just kind of wherever it fell. So that's that. Okay, Roger. Okay, we got some auction items. So Christy, I finished one of my quilts that was sitting there forever. Okay, so we have, let me just clean these up. So it's going to be kind of a crazy week here at Fabric Chicks because Roger's leaving tomorrow morning and he won't be back till Sunday. And Karen's gone all week. So it's literally, we're being left home alone. So we'll try to stay out of trouble. But Peggy is going to be here for the sale on Wednesday, and Doris is going to be here for the sale on Wednesday. But we don't want to have too much of a sale, only because we have 8 ladies coming in for the retreat on Thursday morning. Okay, so let me see. I'm going to, so you really did lose your mind to find your soul. You must have channeled Eleanor. It is kind of crazy. I mean, as I was doing it, you know, people say, like, we've been doing this doll class with Barb Kobe, and she's the author of The Healing Doll Way. And the more you create, the more you connect with yourself. And so it's kind of interesting how it started and then how it has evolved and how I've evolved over the last 20 years. So it's kind of nice, kind of fun to look back at that. I think anytime you're creative, you're tapping into your inner self. I'm not going to say your inner child or anything, but your mind's able to kind of relax. I don't know if relaxing is the right word, but you're able to think about things. So anyways, let's see. Oh, so I do have to tell you a little story because remember last week, Fran Harris won the $20 gift certificate. So we have a little challenge to help everybody get things done. Because I know for me, I work best under pressure and I work best if the competition is really good for me. And so, so we have, if you post your unfinished projects on any day, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday, and then the finished project is Tuesday. You have to post it by Tuesday to get entered in the drawing. You have to post it where Christy tells you to post it because we don't have time to go looking around for stuff. But then you get entered in the drawing. And so Fran won $20. And her response was, hell no. And so we're like, what? She doesn't want $20? Like, who doesn't want $23? But I guess right before that conversation, before the airwaves got her to us, we had been talking about being pregnant, I guess. And so she thought we had said Fran Harris was pregnant. And so she was like, oh, hell no. So that was how that whole conversation took place. So yes, Mary Lou, definitely something you would make. Mary Lou, you were on our video this morning from the class that we did 2 years ago. We played parts of that video and you were on it. Okay. Hey, Susan, how are you? I know, Kathleen, home alone. I don't know what we're going to do with ourselves. Very therapeutic. You're right, Mary Mintz. Okay, so I think I'm caught up. If I missed anything, put it in there for me. And then we've got a few auction items. So these are kind of bigger things. And then while you guys are fighting these out, then I'm gonna just go over all the classes that are. I'm doing good, Susan. Exhausted but good. Okay, so this is S1501. More than enough fabric for the lap size quilt. A total of 14 and a half yards. So it basically is going to make this quilt. And you do have the pattern here. So S1501 is starting out at $30. And this is your focus fabric is the butterflies. The main fabric is the butterflies. And then you've got quite a bit of the green. So I'm guessing that's part of a border maybe. And then these are your rail fences and your 9 patches. So you got 2.5 yards, 2.5 yards. 1 yard, 4.5 yards of the green, and then 4 yards of the butterfly. S1501, $35. And then let me put out another one before I get busy chit-chatting about classes and things. So S06 is $25. S06 is $25. You've got a big chunk of sky fabric, kind of stormy skies. You've got some cut border prints, it looks like. Strip prints, they're about 4 inches, 3.5 inches. You've got some more border prints. So you could do quite a bit with this quilt. More trees. Who knows what the original project was, but it's just a whole bag of landscapey skies. Here's a yard of fish fabric, it looks like. Some fences, some more skies, some blues, and some blues, and some blues. So S06 is $25. S06 is starting at $25. So while you guys duke that out, I just want to tell you we did do the flat doll tribute to Eleanor Peace Bailey. Today was the last class, but we did. If you did not sign up for it, you really should. Really should. You can join the Fabric Chicks Eleanor Peace Bailey group on Facebook, and you can watch the video from last week. The flat dolls was just a way to get people out of kind of their slump or into a more creative mode. So we're going to continue that group and continue doing different Eleanor projects. So the next one we're going to be doing is the Itsy Bitsy doll. We're looking at like quick, easy projects just to kind of get your creative juices flowing. So that is, we don't have the date for the next class, but join the Facebook group page so you can kind of get caught up and know what's going on there. Even if you don't make dolls or you don't think you're a doll maker, this is a great learning experience because like the flat dolls are basically like paper dolls. So a lot of the different people that are in the group, I mean, we had a gal from Uruguay, a gal from France, and a gal from England in the group this morning. So that was kind of exciting because it's like reaches so far beyond what we reach. So that's kind of exciting. And to see what people are doing in other parts of the world is pretty fun too. So that's that. And then we have the banner class is coming up on the 31st. I think that made it back. The only thing that made it back to its house in the shop. So the banner class is the 31st. If you haven't told me that you want the kit, let me know so we can get the kit in the mail to you before the class. And then we have in September, we have the shop hop is September 7th through the 9th. So if you're going on that, make sure you have the $12 bracelet so you get 10% off at all of the shops. And then we have the felting advent calendar. So if you got that big bag of like 11 projects, 9 or 11 projects, I don't remember. Christy's going to be teaching that, and it is September 12th, 9 a.m. to 11. It's actually 3 days. So September 12th, October 10th, November 14th, and it's 9 a.m. to 11 a.m. and it's $49. Then we have the Jelly Roll Day, which is September 16th. So it is a mystery. You just kind of need a background fabric and a jelly roll. You can make your own jelly rolls. We don't care. And then we're going to have prizes, and we're going to get a quilt done. You're going to have several options of whether you want a really lots of pieces in your jelly roll quilt, or if you want it pretty simple so you can get it done. You're going to have that option that day. And then Heidi Emmett is teaching the cozy class again, September 19th and 23rd. So if you didn't make the cozy jacket and you want to make that again, let us know. We'll get you signed up for that. And then we have a gift bag Zoom 10 to 12 on September 25th. It's $5. And we're going to have several different ways of making gift bags and who can make the most gift bags and some other challenges there. And then the September 28th is the banner class, if you're doing the once a month banner class. And October 2nd, we have Flip and Stitch. So Christy has all of these on the Facebook page, but sometimes we get people saying that they didn't know that we had so many things going on. So I'm just going over it so nobody can be upset with us. But we have the Flip and Stitch. It's $5. It's Monday, October 2nd from 9 a.m. to 11 a.m. So, and then we are going to do the Exploding Heart. You guys just saw Victor posted it. So Victor's going to be teaching the Exploding Heart November 6th, the 13th, the 20th, and the 27th. So it's going to be a 4-week so that you have time to do all the piecing in between, 9 a.m. to 11 a.m. So let us know if you want us to get you signed up for that. And I think that that is it for so far. But wait till this weekend when Christy and I have 4 days together. I'm sure we're going to plan lots more. That's how we work. No, I didn't, Christy. I said the gift bag Zoom. I want the banner kit for August. Also did, I'll look in your basket, Connie. I am not sure. Oh, here, this is the, Becky comes in and when she fills the order, she rearranges everything. So I have no idea where stuff is. So this is the August banner class. So in every banner class, Christy teaches us some different techniques. So this is going to be a felting technique. So it's $20. Everything gets, everything's in your bag. With this one though, you do need a felting needle. Most of our regulars should already have a felting needle from the previous classes. So, so you're going to need a felting needle. And let's see. Yes, the classes are all on the website, Susan, but a lot of the customers do not go to the website. They wait for us to spoon feed them everything. So we just want to make sure everybody's informed and everybody gets into the classes. Okay, Connie needs a felting needle. Okay, and it's not this. I thought it was this Thursday, but it's not. There's an extra Thursday in this week. I'm going to work next on the EBB Wish doll with the frog shoes. It's more time consuming than a mini, but I think I can finish her front. Perfect, Dorothy. The Hazel the Witch is one of my favorites. I love her feet, the gnarled feet. Okay, so let's see. I think I won't. Oh, I want the banner class. I think it's already in your basket, Lynn. You just haven't been here to pick your basket up. Okay, let's get back to the auctions. Let's see. What do we have? Christy, is there anything else I need to? 1501, I have 2 at $50. 1501, we have 2 at $50. So Linda, ABC, and Fran Harris, you guys got to duke that out. Christy Lee is at $25 for this, which is really, if you're into landscapey stuff and bears, this is a good one. Okay, Christy Lee's at $25, and the two girls are at $50, I think is what I saw. $50. Press and Sew works great with 1501 was at 35. Anxious for my 60-degree ruler, so Jody, did you order the 60-degree ruler from us? I'll double check that. But did we have the 60-degree ruler on the sale last week? Huh. Okay. Let me write down a note so I can double check that. So my brain is not as good as it once was. Okay. Let's see. It could be that I'm a little bit overwhelmed at the moment. That could be. Who knows? Okay, we're at $50, $50, 25. That's what I'm seeing. 55, 60. Okay, I'll look at Jody. I'll look in your basket and see what we have. So $30 for the fish and different things. You could really do something fun with it, but you're going to have to get creative because it's all different sizes. But I do know a shop was selling these little ones, these 3.5-inch ones. She was selling them and sewing them onto tea towels or bathroom towels. So it's about 35 inches, but it's literally like 3 yards. Let's see. 1, 2, yeah, 3 yards across. So it probably was a border or something, I'm guessing. Okay, 1501. 1501, and then we've got the bears and the landscapes. You do have a yard of, what? I think this was this bag, and I think this was this bag. I'm going to start confusing myself right now. Doesn't take much. Okay, let's see. It's got a panel in it too, I think. Let's see. Yep, it comes with 2 cute little fish panels. So you could have a bear quilt and a fish quilt, or you could combine it all into one. Oh, here's some more of that little border print. Some landscapes. Okay, 306 is at $40. 306, it looks like, is at $40. Yes, Sandy, we definitely have it. You guys duke this out, and I'll go grab her so you can see her. Well, Sandy, I'll put her on. We have 2 witch patterns of Eleanor's. I'll put those on Wednesday sale. Okay, so SO6 is at $43. Wow, Christy's just going. SO6 is $43. 1501 is at $55. So 1501 going once, going twice. It is 14 and a half yards of fabric. So 14 and a half yards goes into 55 how many times? I need a calculator. That's big math around here. 55 divided by 14.5. That's $3.79 a yard right there, people. $3.79 a yard. Fran had $50. Fran had $60. Okay, so Fran's at $60. Okay, good job keeping me honest, Kathleen. It's so hard. Okay, Fran is at $60. So if you want to outbid her, Fran is at $60. Right now, that makes it less than $4 a yard. 60 divided by 14.5. You're at $4.13 a yard right now for the butterfly fabric. And, I'm going to have to buy new batteries already. I'm just going to go like this, Connie. Okay, so we're at $60 for the butterfly. That makes it $4.13 a yard. That's a really good deal. And then the animals are at $50. Okay, $68. The butterflies are at $68. I think you're still under $5 a yard. And I have some stickers here. We're just going to scroll and see who the winner is. And I've got Susan DeHunt. And remember, if you ever win anything that you don't want, just let us know and we'll give it to somebody else. DeHunt. Susan, I mailed your package today, so I'm going to put this in your box for a different day. Okay. Let's see. What are we at? 1501 is at $75. Okay, I'm going to tell you that's still a really good deal, guys, because 75 divided by 14.5 is $5.17 a yard. That is crazy. Beverly Ann, you should set your alarm so you're never late. SO6 is at Lynn, you do not want me to mail you those you don't want me to mail you those hoops. You've got hoops like this big. It's going to be a pain in the ass to find a box for it. So literally, unless you want it, if you want that stuff, I will mail it to you. But if you want to wait till you come to pick your quilt up, that's fine too. It's not, it doesn't matter to me if it sits here. Okay, Victor says, sold, going once. Do I hear 80? Lynn, Fran says it's yours, Linda. Linda, 75. Okay, good job. Thanks for keeping this moving. Okay, okay, so S06 is $25. Let's see, S06 is at 50. So S06 is at 50. wants to outbid? Linda ABC is at 50. I was late because are you getting a new puppy, June? That's fun. Okay, we've got another one. Gracie keeps talking about getting another puppy, but she can't even keep the puppy she has already. Okay, so we've got another one. This one is my favorite. I kind of hate to put this one on. It is very manly or cabiny. Let's see. S36. I just started it at $50. S36. I started at $50. So we don't, spend our whole day here. You've got 3 yards of this bears and wolves. Oh, I thought I saw a bear, but maybe they're all wolves. Are those all wolves? Whoops. S36. I think it's all wolves. Okay. S36. I think that's all wolves. You've got 1.5 yards of this batik that goes great with it. You've got 2 yards of this wolf. It's definitely all wolves. You've got this one. These are like ones I've never seen. This looks like a yard of this kind of twally wolf. 2 yards of the orange. Probably a yard of this, which would be a great binding. And then a yard of this batik. So you've got 3 batiks. You've got 11.5 yards plus 1 fat quarter plus a panel. So 11.5 yards plus and this is what your panel looks like. It's a 1 yard panel. Oh, that's cute with the pups. So S36, $50. There is no pattern, but I am sure that I have faith in your imagination to turn this into something fabulous. So very, very well done artwork. And I love the kind of the muted colors. Oh my gosh, look at this one here under. They're just playful pups. Playful. It's a playful wolf family. So S36. Whoa, Dorothy's S36 is starting at $50. You girls are underbidding it. Nice work. No, we have Dorothy at $55 for the really beautiful. It's actually 5.5 yards of batiks plus everything else. So it's over, what does her 11.5 yards plus the panel, so 12.5 yards. So 12 3/4 yards total. S36 is 12 3/4 yards total. S36. You girls duke that out while I am. I love this print. It's a really cute one. If you like wolves, this is it. Okay. Let me put this away so we don't get confused. I don't know how we get confused around here. Okay. I was up till 2 o'clock this morning sewing on bindings, and my finger hurts so bad from stitching on these glittery ones here. I had to hand stitch on these beaded ones, this beaded one, and this beaded one. And then the beaded one Phyllis gave me from the thrift store. I had to include that one. So pulling, like hand sewing those on, my fingers hurt so bad. Okay. Let's see, what are we on now? S36, last time I looked was $55. It's 12.5 yards of fabric. It's at $75. And then, here, this one, I'm going to start it. I started it at $76 because the sign was $76. You know, I'm real inventive like that. So I'm going to start this one at $50, and then you guys can duke this one out. This is a total of 10 yards plus 12 fat quarters. So 13 yards. So it has this beautiful, it's kind of shabby chic looking. You've got 2 yards of this. So I'm sure this was going to probably be the backing, but there is no pattern. But you've got 12 fat quarters of the Go With It fabrics. So S761, we're going to start that at $50. 761. And then you have some random, I'm sure these were like inner borders or bindings. This is 2/3 of a yard. Oh, this is probably the backing here. This is 5 1/8 yard. And then a half yard. So don't start me lying, but it's basically 13 yards of fabric here. So you could make amazing quilts. S761 for $50. It's kind of crazy. There is no way. Susan, you have to outbid Victor. You're both at $50. There's no way, like in today's times, we're all pinching our pennies and trying to see what we can do and where we can save money. So this is definitely great to add to your stash. Anne, thank you. It actually was a lot of fun. And then I started writing words in there. So the quilt has quite a bit of meaning. I do love it way more now. I actually didn't see it all in its entirety till I hung it up on the wall about 3 minutes before we started. Before that, it was just, I saw, the 3 blocks in a row at a time because on the long run, you can only see what you're actually working on, which is about 18 inches at a time. Do a class on it. We could totally do a class on it. But do you want a class on the applique and everything? It's an Eleanor Peace Bailey pattern, so we do have the patterns for sale. It's the Victorian Fantasy Quilt. We do have and so for me, it just kind of became a crazy quilt. And I wish that I had gone into it knowing it was a crazy quilt, because it would have made it so much more fun to embellish it as I went and not just as an afterthought. Do we hear 60? Okay, thank you, Victor. Okay, we're at 7. Okay. Okay. Well, here, Anne, I'm gonna do a class. I'm gonna write me a note so I don't forget. Okay, S761 is at $55. Do we have a $60? S761 is $13 a yard. I've already done the math for this once, but I just cannot believe it. So I'm going to do the math one more time. 55 divided by 13. That makes it $4.23 a yard. You can make great Christmas gifts for that. So S761 is at $55. S36 is at $75 for the wolves. S76 is at $75 for the wolves. And then I'm going to put this out while you guys are duking this one out. S971 is at $5. You have it's blacks. You've got some lace. I don't know. You can make all kinds of crazy stuff with this. You've got some lace. This is like, taffeta maybe. This looks like it looks kind of linen-y, but it's not. I don't know what it is. This one looks this one kind of looks like it could be silk. I think it might be. Nobody was here to steal it. They've all been instructed to steal the silk out because I don't know why, but I am infatuated with silk. But I think this is silk here. This is probably taffeta or satin or something. S971 is the black mystery bag. Here's, you could make a blouse or something. I don't know. Here's some fun. This would make a cute little Christmas bags. You can make some fun Christmas bags. Anything that you're like, oh, nobody uses that material anymore, you can make a bag out of, okay? Somebody today, Fran, she just got like a bolt of stuff for Christmas dresses, but I told her just make Christmas bags out of it. Everybody needs bags. Here's another piece of feels like it might be blouse material that's not going to wrinkle. This looks like it'd be something I would put out for Halloween decorations. Quite a bit of that. S971 is at $10 for the mystery black bag affair. And then here is probably a couple yards of satin stuff and something else. Okay, so let's close these up. We're at S36. S36. I know, Victor, you should say final sale. S36 is Dorothy at $75, I believe. Dorothy, 75. And then S761. I've got Mo at 55. Mo at 761. Mo at 55. And then let's see. The blacks are at $15 to Mary Men's. So outbid Mary if you want. And then I have another weird random bag. I think that was in this bag. Oh, I try to keep them in the same bags. Okay, the blacks are at $19. Okay, here's a fun, cute little blue one. I don't know how that ever fit in there. Here's a cute little blue one, S1077 for $5. S1, come on now, $5. That's like probably, I haven't been there in so long, but that's less than a cup of coffee at Starbucks. Here is quite a bit of light blue fabric. I'm not really sure what you would do with this. I would probably cut it apart, scrunch it up, and use it to make dimensional flowers on a panel if there was a blue flower. But I don't know, maybe it's shirt material. I'm not sure. It's got a great drape. I'm not a seamstress, so I have no idea. This is kind of like a lining. Feels like what I would have lined my blazer in 4-H with. Oops, I lost it. Here's some more of that like sateen stuff. This would be like a good textury thing on the corners of a baby blanket. Here's some blue lace. Blue lace with kind of a metallic glittery. What's the number again, please? I wish I knew, Jenny. I can't find it. Oh, here it is. S1077 is $5 for the blue mystery bag. And then here is, and I will say, I was so upset, but somebody got one of the bags, and she said it totally was full of silk. But I do not think, I think there is a black piece of silk in this bag, but I think most of it is like taffeta or satin or something. But these make good linings for different things or good gift bags. Everything makes a good gift bag today. Here is some, I don't know, more random stuff. Oh, here's some beaded stuff, though. This one catches my brain. What can you do with this? There's a good embellishment. So even like on different quilts or tote bags, you could totally do this as an overlay on a tote bag and then go in and do some hand embroidery. That would be very slick. You know, in my head, you can never have too much embellishments and you can never have too many layers. And then this is some random blue stuff. Okay, so let's see. I'm sure Victor has said that's enough. Okay, S761 is Linda ABC. That one we already did. S971. S971. I think is Mary Men's at $28. 971 is Mary Men's at 28. 1077 is nobody. Oh, I'm gonna have to bring back that on Wednesday with more stuff in it. Okay, 971 Mary Men's $28. $28 unless anybody wants to go ahead. Okay, Mary at 28. Mary at 28. Okay. And then what else do we, Christy, is there anything that I'm forgetting to talk about or to cover? I don't know. I know that Christy and I were talking about maybe doing some Zooms. Is there anything in particular that you guys want to do on Zooms? Because we love to chit chat, but we also love to see you guys getting stuff done. Okay, Peggy. I've covered a lot today. I feel like I'm going a million miles a minute. Okay, Mary Men's at 28. Peggy at 5 for the blue bag. Those are kind of your colors, Peggy. Okay. Show and share. Oh, we could totally. Do you guys want to do like a show and tell where we just get on and show what everybody's working on and you can ask questions and that kind of thing? Okay, hang on, Sandy. I'm going to go get it for you. I was going to get it on Wednesday, but I'll get it right now. Hang on. Victor, type in a joke. Peggy Cato. Okay. Oh, you know what? Mark your guys' calendars for the Reno Quilt Show. We're going to have a Quilto night. So we're going to be playing bingo. And everybody can have up to 3 cards. And there's going to be prizes. There's going to be goodie bags. Victor, I do not doubt that. Okay, hang on a second. Let me get the witch pattern. So we have 2 witches by Eleanor Peace Bailey. So this one is Hazel Quackenbush. Hazel Quackenbush. And these are her feet. I love the feet. They're definitely not, this is definitely not a beginner doll. I would not start this as your very first doll. But it's not a hard doll. But you probably do not want to start this as a beginner doll. So this is Hazel Quackenbush. She's super cute. And then the other one is Denise. So this is Denise. I love her bat bag. So even if you don't want to make a doll, you might need a bat purse. I love those bears. Oh, the bear's behind me. Funny you should notice that, Lynn. That is going to be, I finished that binding this morning along with the other binding at 2 a.m. And then I've got another one. So there's 2 in this series. So if you don't like bears, there is one that's just landscapes with trees. I have to get the bindings done on that tonight, so it'll be ready for Wednesday. But all that fabric we'll have on Wednesday's sale. Okay, let's see. Oh, Lynn's binding right now. I know you're never done. That's the problem with getting quilts finished is then you have to put the binding on them. I'm working on jelly roll rugs. We did jelly roll rugs back before they were jelly roll rugs. Do you guys remember when you took the end of a toothbrush and you like wove it or some crochet. I don't really remember what we did, but I know that my my pre-jelly roll rug was so misshapen. I took all my girlfriends. I flew for Alaska Airlines back then, so I could take them for free. So all of us flew up to Washington, and we took a class at a different quilt shop every day for 3 days. So one of them was that rug, Aunt Something's rug, and mine was so misshapen. One of the very few things I've ever just thrown out because it was so weird. So maybe the new jelly roll rugs lay much flatter. I haven't done it yet because I am so leery of the rug. The rug scares me. Joanne says we crocheted it. But it was using strips of fabric. It was crazy. Yes, I think it was kind of like braiding but crocheted. Okay, this one, Sandy, you want Denise? This one's Denise. The doll patterns are today $10. I think they're normally $12, but $10 today. So this is Denise the Witch. And then this is Hazel Quackenbush. Hazel is definitely my favorite. Look, she's got like such a big rear end. She's got like a normal person's rear end. Very, very cute. My favorite. Terracotta says that ironing or steaming flattens the jelly roll rugs. Well, maybe with the jelly roll rugs, back when we crocheted them, there was no flattening that out. I think I'm too tense of a personality, so I do it too tight, and then it was so weird. Okay, I crocheted one that was 8 by 10. 8 feet by 10 feet with that huge crochet. Wow. Well, you're no quitter, Rondi. You're no quitter. I definitely threw mine away. Let's do it for Jelly Roll Day. We could offer that, Christy. We could totally offer that, especially now that we have the purple strip tube makers. We could totally. Maybe we might have to try it this weekend though to see if we actually can do it. To see if we're competent enough to do it. Lynn, I'll hold your order till you come back, okay? Because you don't want to ship those. You have those big, huge hoops. Okay, so do you have kits for the dolls? I do not have kits for these dolls, no. But I have faith that you have a stash and you can find it in your stash. But I'm going to say that this belt here might have been in Mary Menzies' black bag today. Lots of it though is just, this feels like a flannel fabric here, but you just have to be a collector of stuff so that when you go to make something, you've got it in your stash. That is the truth, the queen of squats there. Okay, so that is what we have for today, girls. Does anybody have anything else they want to say? Otherwise, we will see you girls on Wednesday at 4 o'clock. I'm not sure what kind of a shit show it's going to be. It's going to be just me and Doris and Peggy. So Peggy will probably do a demo of some sort, but then we'll have the bare fabric and maybe glimpse into what our weekend's going to be like sewing for the retreat. All right, see you guys soon. Have a good couple days. Get your unfinished projects finished and posted on Fabric Chick Stitch Along so you can be entered in the drawings. And we will see you soon. Love you guys. Bye. Bye. Go get some sewing.